Welcome to Millions and Millions, the Wooooo Show. And did you guys enjoy it on Sunday? Did you miss us? Have you been watching us? I know you have. But I'm here to give you more information about the combat sport world that'll make you go, woo! I'm your host that, as you can see, somewhere around here, probably all the way around here. I'm your host, Hawk A. Tone, and today we're going to be talking everything that you need to know that's combat sports, that's wrestling, that's street fighting, that's
street fighting.
Yeah. Listen, if I see a good street fight, hey, listen, I see the dude in the middle of a street fight do a trip sweep that was full on Greco-Roman, and I almost put the video on here, but because I've been moved up to editor, I can't just do my normal antics. Well, I have to show some kind of prestige, or they're gonna find me. So we do have a good show for you today. So we're gonna start off by talking about something that's huge. So starting off, boxing. As you guys know, Canelo and Triple G went against each other back in August, September. That ended in a draw, which I call BS. I think Triple G won. Some people say Canelo. So I guess you can't say it's a draw. Whatever. Y'all don't know nothing. I do. Maybe I don't know nothing. The refs do. Who pays off who in this day and age? We still got to figure it out. Do the Mafia still run the boxing world?
Mafia runs all of sport gambling.
All of sport gambling. Okay, cool. So, it was announced by none other than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson that Canelo and Triple G have finally closed in for their second bout, which will be happening on May the 5th. We still haven't got a venue yet, but I don't know about y'all. I am ready to see this fight. Now, take in mind, they had the third highest pay-per-view gross in boxing history. So this is a huge fight. And take in mind, at this point, I'm kind of conflicted about it because, as we all know, Triple G is getting up there. Those fighting miles versus regular miles, he might be 35, finna be 36. But in boxing time and any kind of combat sport time, that's up there. While Canelo, he's had his time, but he's on the rise. He's still hitting that prime streak. So I'm ready for this fight. And that right there makes me go, woo! In other news, we've just got reports that UFC has had 15 suspensions due to injury violations. So after their last fight night that just happened on the 27th, 15 fighters have been suspended upward to 7 months out of the game, which means no training. It means no gym time. All you can do is sit there and watch. The injuries are various. You have broken bones. You have elbow injuries. One guy, he was suspended for because of his TKO loss, which if you go and watch it, it was gruesome. It was very gruesome. So hopefully these fighters get back in tip-top shape. We do want to see you guys back in the ring. Prayers to you guys, and I hope you speedy and fast recovery. Speaking of which, in the same thought of UFC, this fight night seen its lowest ratings since it's been broadcasting on the Fox network. Now, take in mind, when it was on Spike TV, it was doing numbers, and that's what led it to get those Fox deals. This Saturday, when they had their fight night, they did 1.95 million views. Now, take in mind, people, I think it's almost 2 million views. You got to look at those numbers for regular TV. On an average, Fox shows do way more than that. So for their once 5 million, 6 million fight night bringing in show that was 3 years ago to have 1.5, less than 2 million, It's looking kind of iffy. So it's kind of making me sit there like, what can you guys do to push these fight nights to get these numbers up? I don't know. Maybe start promoting the fight nights instead of just the big fights. Think about this. Did you guys even know it was a fight night this past Saturday? No, you didn't. But you did know that Chris Cyborg is supposedly going against Amanda Nunes in July. You'll promote a pay-per-view, but not your regular everyday show. And that makes it hard for other fighters to get these pay bonuses because you guys aren't getting the payouts because you're not getting the numbers. And unfortunately, I'm going to still give it a Ric Flair because I do want to see more UFC. Woo!
Well, before you woo, sir, you had a couple comments. One from the Reggie Mathis of FCN2 has said, Canelo is going to stop Triple G. He's got the footwork and knows to better condition himself for the fight. Your thoughts on that?
I disagree with that. I don't think I have Triple G taking it this time because I had him last time. I think Canelo has a great chin. I think that Triple G really showed that he's willing to fight with Canelo, which is we haven't seen a lot of people. A lot of people take his hits and they're not ready. Triple G's chin, it showed that he was ready and Canelo could not adjust to it in the first match because he was so used to people backing down and not wanting to sit there and strike and brawl with him. Thank you, Reggie. I appreciate that, but maybe you should stay on TBT.
Okay, I'm gonna.
So if you guys haven't heard, we're having real bad trouble in the Bullet Club. Now, if everyone knows who the Bullet Club is now, you see Finn Balor or Prince Devitt on Raw. You see AJ Styles on SmackDown. The current leader is Kenny Omega, who is becoming one of the most overrated wrestlers in current times to me. You were given the torch of the Bullet Club that Prince Devitt started, that AJ Styles kept, and now you're letting that torch burn slow. I'm out of this. Paige is still standing in the ring. He's pissed. Because, of course, if I want a title and you try to take it from me, fam, we got problems. What are you doing? instantly this leads to Cody Rhodes going and basically like, hey, calm down, Paige. I got this. And it leads to a standoff again between Kenny Omega, the leader, and the supposed second in command, Cody Rhodes. Now, this is, take in mind, these are all new members besides the Young Bucks, because we're not talking Tama Tonga, we're not talking Bad Luck Fale, we're just talking about the newest people. Cody Rhodes walks off, and it looks like it's finally over with. And then, out of nowhere, Crossroads. And it was the best thing in the world. Listen, the Bullet Club has been a very strong group. It's actually been pushing New Japan to go to these big antics and elevate it. So for Kenny Omega to start dying down and getting back into the gold lion instinct, it ruins it for me. I'm done with it. I'm bored with it. So to have Cody Rhodes to actually stage a coup d'etat, yeah, you see what I did there? Huh? Nobody? Okay. It's great. It's finally great. It's going to pick up. We're seeing spice to it. And we also did see, if you guys watched Being the Elite, the Young Bucks YouTube, the video leading to it was actually weird. Kenny Omega actually released a statement finally talking about the attack. So in his statement, he said, when he came to help me, I had a flashback talking about Kota Ibushi, because they used to be in the same faction of the Gold Lovers, because they're both alumni of the New Japan Dojo. Ibushi's always been kind of hard to figure out, but I kind of understand something. The real Kenny is always on Koto's side. When I said I wanted to face him in the G1 final, but the truth is what I wanted to stand in the ring with him. I didn't go to WWE because I was waiting for him. If we aren't together, there's no point. I want us to change the world together. I took belts with the Bullet Club, did a lot, but that was all the job. Golden Lovers transcends wrestling. This is real life. As long as there's a chance for this to happen, I wasn't going to say goodbye to New Japan. So, first of all, that does two things. We see that, one, Kenny Omega, Bullet Club, not happening anymore. Two, WWE may still be in his future if he can get Kota Ibushi to come with him. Now, take in mind, Kota is a part of the faction of Chaos, who used to be the leader of Chaos, Shinsuke Nakamura. So, this is looking good for Kenny Omega coming to WWE eventually, but you know how it goes with the Bullet Club. You either in it for life or you get hit with everybody's special in the middle of the ring, and it sucks. So, it's crazy. So, he did release additional statements saying, I don't know I don't know if he wants what I want, but if he does, we can do it together. So this is leading me to two things. They'll form a tag team, and they'll be going after the IWGP World Heavyweight titles. That would be great to see, because I love the Golden Lovers back in their golden age. It was a really good story. So I am kind of into this, but I can't wait for Cody Rhodes and Kenny Omega to finally go at it full no script for who's going to be the new leader of the Bullet Club. And that right there, sir, makes me go, woo! Since we're on the topic of wrestling, why don't we talk WWE? So, you guys, y'all was watching with us, so you already know, but I'm going to put it up. And your two Royal Rumble winners, Shinsuke Nakamura and Asuka. And the reason why Asuka is in the ring in this picture is because, hey, one, she's wrestled against Nakamura, and she became the first ever Women's Royal Rumble winner. Now, take in mind, she was a dark horse for me, because I did not have her winning. I thought they were going to play something else. I had her winning the title before WrestleMania, but continuing her undefeated streak. So leading up to that, we had the announcement and the final arrival of Rowdy Ronda Rousey, which was great. It was great. It was a good moment. I think she should have been in the Rumble personally, but I didn't negate the fact that her arrival spelled some doom. So it was something that kind of threw me off, though. So you got Asuka, who's undefeated. Alexa Bliss, the first-time Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion. Charlotte Flair, who's a second-generation star. And, of course, you know, woo! You can't deny that. And then you have Ronda. And I understand she's going to bring revenue. She's going to bring money, etc., etc. But for her to come down and issue a WrestleMania challenge to Asuka, like, hey, don't go for the titles. Fight against me. Listen, when Asuka slapped her hand, it's like the Revolution said it best. You loser. I'm winner. I not fight you. And I was like, yeah, that pretty much sums up what we're all thinking. Why would Asuka jeopardize her title shot just for a big match feel versus Ronda Rousey? So now we're sitting here and we're waiting. And it seems like other women weren't really happy about that either. Here's a tweet from Nia Jax, where WWE says, we're going to go over and relive the what everybody's been talking about for the WWE Royal Rumble, and they added Ronda Rousey, and Nia Jax says, cool, she's here. I guess 30 women making history can just be forgotten. And that's true. That is literally how I felt about it. It was in bad taste for them to put out that tweet to make it out like Trish Stratus and Mickie James going against each other wasn't a pivotal moment in a Royal Rumble. To have Molly Holly come back out, Jacqueline, all these other women run back out that we've been waiting to see in the ring for a long time in Royal Rumble, and Ronda Rousey pretty much stole the show because a lot of people was talking about it. So I'm glad to see Nia is very vocal about this. I'm actually ready for her to see her in title contention again, which she may be because the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber was announced. Alexa Bliss will be putting her title up for grabs in a few weeks versus 5 other women. They haven't given us a rundown on how it's going to be decided, but if it's anything like the men's that's going on right now, they have contention matches. So that's going to be great. Another thing is SmackDown was kind of weird this week. The only thing that really stood out to me was the Usos segment. They did a lot of production on it with the animations and etc. And I loved it. But the show seemed kind of sluggish, like it was missing something. I'm not sure what, but it just didn't feel like a SmackDown after a pay-per-view. I still enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the Usos thoroughly. Congratulations on retaining y'all titles. I think y'all are the best tag team in WWE. And then, honestly, until they start calling up people like Sanity and the Authors of Pain, y'all should keep them titles. Yep. Y'all keep them titles. Yep. And because here at FCN, we're all for the ooh!
Souls!
And all that just makes me go, woo! Thank y'all for attending this show tonight. Make sure you share to your cousin, your uncle, the little kid that really shouldn't be on Facebook, but he got a Facebook anyway because he said he was born in 89, and really he was born in like 2010 or something like that. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Tune in tonight for Trezane with the Versace story. Versace. I'm not.
So all the Versace's can watch you dance. Yeah. All the fans of Versace can watch you dance.
I see what you did there, sir. Sir?
Yeah.
And you guys have a good night. I'll talk to y'all later.